She's right there beside you on the couch, scrolling through her phone and laughing at something you'll never see. You think she's watching some random video or texting her sister, but what's really happening behind that screen would freeze your blood. Maybe it's a coworker she swears is just a friend, maybe an ex who suddenly decided to say hi, or some gym trainer being nice. And while you're sitting there watching the game, trusting her completely, she is quietly running a masterclass in betrayal you won to even notice until it is far too late. The biggest betrayals don't begin in hotel rooms. They start in message threads you will never read. You think cheating looks like lipstick stains or late-night absences, but that's old-school thinking. Betrayal today is invisible. It's emotional. It's digital. She doesn't sneak out anymore, she checks out. Her body stays, but her mind's already somewhere else. She doesn't lie about where she's been. She lies about where her thoughts go. The woman sleeping next to you may have already given her most private feelings to someone else, and you'll never see the proof because there isn't any. What most men don't realize is that betrayal isn't a sudden act. It is a slow drift. It happens in small, harmless-looking steps that pile up over time. Little things you'd feel foolish for even pointing out. But stack enough of them together and you'll see the truth. She's been gone long before she ever walks out. The physical cheating you're afraid of? That's just the final page of a book she's been writing for years. And here is the part that hits hardest. Almost every woman you've ever been with has probably betrayed you in ways you never even imagined. Maybe not physically, but emotionally, mentally. The kind that happens in private conversations, hidden thoughts and quiet fantasies while you're sleeping peacefully, believing she's fully yours. She's handed out parts of herself that were supposed to be yours alone, and you still thanked her for being loyal just because she came home at night. Men and women don't see loyalty the same way. To you, loyalty means not sleeping with someone else. To her, that's just the basics. Her loyalty lives in emotion until it doesn't. She'll justify her actions because, to her, nothing physical happened. She can share her dreams, her secrets, her emotions with another man, imagine life without you, and still look you in the eye claiming she's faithful. In her head, she hasn't crossed a line. She's just been walking as close to it as she can without stepping over. Modern women have perfected the art of technical loyalty. She's physically faithful but emotionally open. She's yours in body but belongs to every man who gives her attention. She keeps one foot planted with you while the other tests how firm the ground is somewhere else. And what makes it worse? She doesn't even think she's doing anything wrong. Think about her male friends for a second. The coworker she texts about work stuff that somehow turns personal. The old friend who comments on every photo. The neighbor who's just going through a rough time. You trust her because she tells you about them. That's the trick. She's open enough to look honest, but never enough for you to really see what's going on. That small bit of transparency becomes her shield. She'll mention them just enough to make it seem harmless, while behind the curtain, the lines keep getting thinner. What's really happening is quiet auditioning. Every man she keeps close is a backup plan in disguise. She's not trying to replace you yet, but she's keeping the doors unlocked. She stays connected just enough. A message here, a laugh there, a you get me moment. So if things ever fall apart, she won't fall alone. It's not cheating. It's preparation. It's keeping her options warm. You'll see it if you know what to look for. She shares little pieces of herself, small confessions, minor frustrations, just enough to build intimacy without crossing the obvious line. Those men respond exactly how she needs, listening, agreeing, validating. They're not her friends. They're her emotional insurance. She'll vent about you to them, not because she wants advice, but because she wants to feel understood by someone who isn't you. The moment she starts talking about you to another man, that's when the betrayal begins. When she says, "My boyfriend never listens," what she's really saying is, "I need someone who does." When she complains, "He works too much," she's saying, "I'm lonely, come closer." When she admits, "We're going through a rough patch," she's inviting him in. That's not friendship, that's recruiting. And those men, they know exactly what's happening. They listen, agree, offer comfort, and position themselves as the better choice. They act like the version of you she wishes you'd be. They're patient, waiting for the perfect opening, knowing that the moment you slip, they'll already be halfway in her heart. She might tell herself it's harmless, but deep down, she feels the thrill, the attention, the validation, the reminder that she still has options. It's addictive. Women aren't clueless about male attention. They know exactly when a man is interested. They feel it. They play with it. They enjoy it because it feeds something inside them. That quiet need to know they still desired. That's why they keep these friendships alive. It's not about cheating. It's about keeping their self-worth fed by more than one source. They'll call it harmless connection, but it's emotional betrayal dressed up as friendship. You'll notice the signs if you look close enough. How she smiles at her screen, then hides it. How she tilts her phone away when a message pops up. How her fingers move fast for a simple reply. These tiny moments happen dozens of times a day, each one a small act of disloyalty that chips away at your trust. They're not accidents. They're micro-betrayals that look too small to call out but too consistent to ignore. The workplace is where most loyalty quietly dies. Day after day, 8 hours straight, she spends more time with male coworkers than with you. They see her looking sharp, smiling, confident, in control. You see her at home, tired, stressed, worn down. They share her jokes, her frustrations, her daily ups and downs. You get what's left after she spent all her energy somewhere else. And without anyone realizing it, a new connection starts to grow, one that has nothing to do with you. There's always that one coworker. She mentions him a little too often. Every story from work somehow includes his name. She knows his favorite coffee, his weekend plans, his kids' birthdays. It's too personal for just work talk. And in return, she tells him things she shouldn't. The arguments you've had, the things you said, the problems she hides from you but shares with him. That's how emotional intimacy starts. Through small, casual exchanges that slowly replace real connection at home. Then there's social media, the quiet killer of loyalty. Every photo she posts is an open door for attention. Every story, every caption, every feeling cute post is an invitation for connection she'll never admit she is craving. She tells herself it is harmless, just likes and comments, but she knows exactly what she is doing. The workout selfie isn't for her girlfriends. The rough day post isn't for support. It's bait for male validation. And she keeps doing it because it works. You think she's just scrolling, but she's actually feeding that part of herself that wants to feel desired. Those hearts and fire emojis, they're hits of dopamine, reminders that men still look, still want, still chase. And she lets them. She doesn't block them, she doesn't stop them. She keeps those doors slightly open, just in case. If you ever saw her messages, it would destroy you. You'd find old flames checking in, coworkers just saying hi, random strangers testing their luck, and her responses polite enough to keep it going. Nothing overtly wrong, just enough to keep attention alive. She's not crossing the line, she's standing right on top of it, towing it like it's a game. But here's what most men miss. Betrayal doesn't always need action. Sometimes it's in the comparison. She compares you to every man she meets, every man she sees online, every romantic fantasy she consumes. Her friend's husband who surprised his wife with a trip, the coworker who remembers tiny details, the fictional man from that movie who says the perfect thing at the perfect time. You are not losing to real men. You are losing to an imaginary version of all of them combined. That's what modern betrayal looks like. It's not a single act. It's a mindset. One that's always measuring, comparing, wondering if she could do better. Every time she imagines life with someone else, even for a second, she's taking a small step away from you. And by the time she stops imagining, she's already halfway gone. Her friends are part of the story too, and not in the way you think. The girls she laughs with, drinks wine with, and calls her support system, they're often her cover. Women protect each other's secrets like a code. They'll help her hide things, provide excuses, make her look innocent even when she's not. Girls' night out isn't always what it sounds like. It's the perfect cover for emotional betrayal. The group chat is full of stories, screenshots, and validation. They cheer each other on, even when what they're doing is wrong. They'll say things like, "You deserve to be happy," or "You're not doing anything wrong," while they scroll through dating apps just for fun, flirt with guys at bars, or help each other craft messages to male friends that keep interest alive without crossing obvious lines. They make disloyalty sound empowering. Every girl's night becomes a class in how to betray without guilt, how to test boundaries and still call yourself faithful. And then comes the emotional affair, the most dangerous kind of all. It's the one she'll defend the hardest because in her mind it's innocent. "We're just friends," she'll say. "You're being paranoid." She'll turn it around on you, make you feel like the jealous one. But she's not just talking to him, she's confiding in him. She's giving him the version of herself that you don't get anymore. The soft version, the open version, the one that still believes in connection. He knows her better than you do because she tells him everything. Her doubts, her fears. The things she'd never say to you because she doesn't want to start a fight. He gets her unfiltered truth, and you get the edited version, the polite, distant, emotionally tired one. And you don't even realize it's happening until you're already losing her. The moment she creates a secret, even a small one, loyalty starts dying. A deleted message, a hidden chat, a lie about who texted her. It doesn't matter how small it seems. Every secret takes energy to keep, and that energy builds a wall between you. Each brick makes it harder for her to look you in the eye, harder to be open, harder to be honest. By the time you feel that wall, it's already too high to climb. Technology makes it worse. She doesn't need to sneak out of the house anymore. She can cheat emotionally from the same couch you are sitting on. While you're next to her watching TV, she's messaging someone else, laughing at jokes you'll never read, giving emotional attention that should belong to you. The same phone you bought her to stay connected is the bridge to another world, one where she can escape without leaving the room. You want to know the exact moment the betrayal begins? It's not when she meets another man. It's when she starts caring what he thinks. When she chooses her angle for a photo because she knows he'll see it. When she puts extra effort into her outfit on the day she'll run into him. When she saves something funny, not for you, but to share with him later. That's when she starts editing herself for another man's attention. She doesn't even see it as cheating. She calls it harmless. But every harmless moment chips away at loyalty. Every compliment she accepts, every message she replies to, every bit of validation she seeks from someone else, it all builds a version of her that no longer belongs fully to you. The need for validation is what fuels everything. Every like, every comment, every message makes her feel seen. It's a drug she can't quit, and no matter how much attention you give, it's never enough. One man's love can compete with hundreds of tiny doses of approval from strangers online. That message from some random guy calling her beautiful hits harder than your 1,000th compliment, because his words aren't a T expected. She is not betraying you for one man. She is betraying you for the thrill of being wanted by many. And yet she'll demand your full loyalty while keeping her options wide open. She'll accuse you of being controlling for asking questions, but go through your phone without hesitation. She'll keep secrets while expecting you to be transparent. She'll share your private moments with her friends while insisting her privacy is sacred. The hypocrisy isn't always intentional. It is built into the way she has been conditioned to think. She doesn't see it as betrayal because to her it doesn't count if nothing physical happened. Women today have mastered what you could call pre-betrayal. They start building exits before they ever think about leaving, keeping numbers, maintaining friendships, staying in touch with men who might be useful someday. They're not planning to cheat, but they're making sure they could if they wanted to. It's not an affair. It's insurance. While you're all in, she's keeping backup plans ready just in case things fall apart. Sometimes she even turns you into the villain to justify her distance. Every argument becomes another piece of evidence. Every flaw, another excuse. She'll tell her friends you've changed, that you're distant, that she's unhappy, setting the stage so when she finally betrays you, it looks like your fault. She's not cheating. She's escaping. She's not disloyal. She's finding herself. Society tells her that loyalty is old-fashioned and that having options is empowerment. So she betrays with pride, not shame. The worst kind of betrayal isn't the one you catch. It is the one you never see. It's when she's already checked out but still lies next to you. When she laughs at your jokes but doesn't really hear them. When she posts pictures of you both smiling while planning a life that doesn't include you. She's performing happiness for everyone else while quietly withdrawing from you. And you can feel it, not in words but in energy. The silence, the distance, the way her eyes wander when you talk. The truth is, loyalty today has conditions. It lasts only as long as her feelings do. She's loyal when she feels loved, appreciated, excited. But when those feelings fade, even for a moment, so does her commitment. Feelings change, and with them, her version of faithfulness changes too. You think you're building a life with a person, but you're really building one with her emotions. The world has made betrayal easy and loyalty outdated. Technology gives her endless options. Culture tells her she deserves them, and there's little consequence when she crosses the line. What used to be betrayal is now self-expression. What used to be disloyalty is now independence. The rules changed while you were still playing by the old ones. So what can a man do? Understand that loyalty today isn't guaranteed. You can't control her choices, only protect your own peace. Be aware, not paranoid. Be strong, not bitter. Love fully, but keep your eyes open. Because in a world that rewards attention and excuses betrayal, trust has become the rarest currency. And the woman sitting beside you, laughing at her phone, may already be spending it somewhere else.